Alright, hello everybody, welcome. This is going to be a comparison between Steam, that's Valve, owned by Valve. We have Origin, owned by EA, and Gamefly, I think actually owned just by Gamefly itself, I'm not sure. They also purchased Direct to Drive as well, so that's the boost that it gave them to make a PC app. I guess you could call it app software, whatever you want to say. I'm stuck in the iPhone era or whatever, the phone era with apps. Alright, so let's start off though. I'm going to start off with Steam though. We're going to go ahead and start off Steam. It's been out the longest before EA. I can't remember exactly when they came out. I didn't do the research, which I should have, but regardless I didn't. Let's get past that. Steam is very popular. Has a lot of users. You could actually see the community activity, which is really nice on this. It kind of shows you the fluctuation of wave and the time, resulting in this being right now. Yesterday at the peak period, it was like 12 o'clock. That is what, 4,917,885 users yesterday at its peak hour. That's a lot. That's a lot of people using that every day, and that was on a Friday. That's pretty wild, actually. Alright, let's actually get into it though. I'm going to go back here to the store, and you can see they have really great deals all the time. That's one big plus that I actually give Steam is great sales. They have just amazing deals. There's always something going on. As you can see, there's always some kind of deal going on, regardless if it's a $10 game for 50% off or a full Far Cry 3, which just came out a couple of months ago. For $30 right now. You could get the unlimited pack, which has Far Cry 3, Far Cry 2, whatever. $80 deal for 40 bucks, 50% off. That's really great on especially newer games, and there's deals like that go all the time on Steam. I think actually they're going to have the spring sale coming up pretty soon. They have summer sales, they have winter sales, which you could really makes up for the fact that you can't really rent games on a PC. Gamefly, which I'll get to later, kind of has a rental service, but it's pretty limited. Well, I'll just say that. We'll get to it later, but Steam does not offer any kind of rental thing, so they do these great deals. Let's move on though. We actually have a lot of users, which I said, which equals more content though, which then jumps in over to this community tab. They have a workshop page over here, which just makes Steam just so much more better. Very user-friendly, as you can see, just big old buttons, easy tabs. You know that this is Left 4 Dead just by looking at it. You know this is Dota just by looking at it. They have very easy visualization. It's just not written out in words like so. It actually has these nice their own little tab buttons and stuff like that. Makes it very easy to see, but this workshop is actually pretty neat because people, I'm not really that great. I made levels and stuff in Little Big Planet, and needless to say, they weren't that great. That's about where my creativity stretches. But some people could create full-fledged levels and worlds and stuff like that, and this is where it reflects. This is one thing that Origin and Gamefly do not have. I mean, you could use mods anywhere, of course, but this is the usability, ease of usability in Steam, where you could easily, if you have Skyrim downloaded, you could go into, I think this is where you could actually do it, yeah. You go in here and you could subscribe, I guess you say, and then that just adds that mod into your game, just like that. You don't have to go in there, you don't have to change any coding. The day of coding is behind us. For us people that can't code, really, we could just easily add. I take that back, actually. I kind of really said that wrong. Coding still is there for all the modders, but the people that don't know how to code, we still get to access the great user content that all you coders can do. I was able to make Skyrim look absolutely amazing with the mods that I was able to add. I was able to add like some shader things, make the grass a little bit longer, make it more lush, make the view of distance longer. It was just amazing the things I could do and make my game look so much better than what Bethesda even thought, And there's always these fucking nudie pictures, not nudie pictures, but like scantily clad women on the in the feed. This is just a game hub, I think, for Steam, which is also another plus in Steam. You could have screenshots, videos, that workshop. You could have guides, forms. It's just amazing. So you could like jump in, say, here's Dota, Portal, and stuff. Team Fortress. A lot of contribution. Excuse me. God, I can't speak. And you could jump in here, and you could just, if you want to, you could filter them out how you'd like. If you want to see screenshots only, you could easily just see all the really cool screenshots that are out. And I mean, I've personally taken 900 screenshots in Team Fortress. I mean, some are better than others, of course, but see, like this stuff is really cool. I mean, I think they do this stuff in Gary's mod or the filmmaker thing. But yeah, this stuff's really cool looking. And you could just see disconnect. Please change your name. Oh god. But you could just see that the user content is just overloaded in Steam because Steam has such a big Valve, excuse me, has such a big fan base and so many fans behind it that just keep posting really neat stuff. Okay, let's move on though. We're going to jump on to excuse me. Greenlight is another thing actually in this community page. This is pretty neat though because, like I said before, people that are really talented at making things could make games and post them to Greenlight, and then we could vote upon. I think I voted on 3 items, which isn't that great. I haven't really poked my head around this too much, but there's like software and concept ideas and games and stuff like that, and you vote upon them, and then if they're good and if they get enough votes, they'll actually be put into the real games or access the ability to download them for that game if you choose to do that. Some games have actually made it to the here, I want to see if I can find one. Probably won't be able to. See, here's all the Greenlight games actually right here. So these are the games that actually made it to. Did I click on that? Oh, come on. Well, these are all the games that made it to. I think I was actually here. Wow. That actually made it. They got voted, high voted, and now we could choose to purchase them and stuff and make a little bit of money on the side. This market tab is something new. I was actually, when I was looking at this before I was making this video, I didn't know what the heck it was. Oh, okay, I kind of see. It's just a market, literally a market. So you just buy items, okay. That's pretty funny. Okay, so you could actually sell your TF2 or Dota items. I'm pretty sure that it's, oh yeah, it's only by game. Okay, so I see. You could probably purchase a gift or say something. You purchase a game for, as a gift, and then you could probably go on there and sell it. As well, the games. Almost every single game is pretty much Steam download friendly, which is amazing. Part of that workshop as well. Like I said, every single game you just easily just jump into it. This is with the ease. You go through games and just see how many hours you put in, see all the friends that you have that actually play the game, and your achievements, and it's just a click away. Steam just makes everything so user friendly. In my opinion, the best of the 3 services. We'll get on to the next 2. We're about to jump on next to the news. News is also pretty neat, though. This is something that Origin does not have. They do not have any news tab. It's kind of weird because, I mean, everyone gets news from outside sources, IGN or whatever service you use. I personally use IGN, so that's what just popped up in my head. But rock, paper, scissors, Kotaku, whoever you use, GameStop or GameSpot, whatever. Yeah, but this is actually pretty cool because this tells you what's going on with the games. It's not like your generic news of like what's coming out tomorrow and today and stuff like that. This is like, okay, here's a gameplay fix for this, and you can see how your game is always constantly changing, and especially in like games like Dota or I don't know, TF2 you see in here, I don't know, really any game, they change certain things drastically sometimes, and oh, alarm buzzer. But they change games completely, and it's pretty neat though to be able to see how it changes, and you don't ever know when you're downloading a new update what changed, and in this case you can't. Alright, let's move on. I'm just blabbering, of course. Let's go on. Taking too long on Steam. We're going to close that out though, and we're going to open up some Origin. This This is the store for Origin. Kind of sucks. It's not really flashy or anything. I mean, personally, my least favorite of the services, but you know how EA is, they're cash hog. All they do is money, money, money. They don't care. The cool thing about it though is you could buy. It's kind of like a store as well, so it's not just like Steam where you can only download PC games. You could actually you could actually purchase console games and have them shipped to your house, which is also kind of like Gamefly. They're kind of like a store, kind of like Amazon in a way as well. I could have included Amazon in this versus, I guess, but I didn't. The exclusives also, that's kind of it's a good and a bad, I could say. It's a good if Origin was good. If Origin was actually a good service and you know, it had a lot of users. That's one of also the things that's a negative, is it doesn't have many users. A lot of people, I have a couple of friends, I don't have many, as you can see, I have 3. Of course, none of them are online. But you have friends, and you could see very easily in Steam, opposed to, I went to my thing. Let's see. Yeah. You could tell I'm a big Steam fan. Just trying to use Origin kind of bugs the shit out of me. I only have it because of Battlefield at first. Then I bought this SimCity. Friggin' worst purchase ever. Should have waited. Terrible. It kind of goes with eliminating retail stores though as well. When they put exclusives, or not exclusives, excuse me. When you sell console games and stuff like that, it's going to eliminate GameStop. I personally don't ever use GameStop. I just download my games straight to my hard drive. To undownload them as CB, like all my games you can see here. The lit ones are the downloaded, the unlit ones are not. If I had every single game downloaded, my hard drive would be smack damn full. But yeah, like I said, there's no community. There's no game hub. There's no like ease of modding. There's no green light. No user-created content. None of that. None of that fun stuff. Unless the game actually supports it itself, and that's accessed somewhere else. Their customer service is terrible. I was reading some kind of case yesterday where SimCity, the EA, they actually took away their customer service number so that no one could really get contact with them. I don't know if it's true. I searched it up a little while ago to see if I could find it, so I could show you guys, but I couldn't find it. So maybe someone took it down. I don't know if it's true or not, but I personally haven't had bad customer service. I was just reading about bad customer service. And this is the only service that has no news or info on what's going on. So when your games get updated, I mean, you can kind of click on it and see what's going on. See, look at this, a cash cow that they are. Oh, you got $10 extra for a German City set? Like, really? You know, and then it actually makes your game change drastically if you don't have certain things that are purchased in those packs. It's fucking terrible. But yeah, this is EA's Origin. Not very used as much. Metro will probably be my next purchase from them. Let's go ahead and move on though to Gamefly. Again, I don't recommend Origin unless you're it's not your main service. Again, main service should probably be Steam in my eyes. Gamefly though, the Gamefly is actually pretty neat. I actually found Gamefly to be pretty neat. I think when you purchase like I've noticed when I purchased Ruse through this game, where is it? When I purchased Ruse through this service, I actually had it downloaded over here, and it was accessed on Steam, so it was pretty neat. I didn't actually use Gamefly as its service. I used them as the store. I purchased it, got the code, and then went over here and downloaded it to Steam, which I thought was pretty darn nice. Pretty darn nice because I purchased the game on like a 80% discount, I think, for like dirt cheap. Regardless of the fact, they have this pretty cool thing that's called Unlimited Play. So if you're like a member with them, you could play Unlimited PC Play right here. But the trick with this is their kind of alternative to console rentals, is that you can do this Unlimited Play and then you download the game, but then once you're not a member, you don't have access to the game anymore. You can't play it anymore. you have to then pay again their service. What is it, like $8 or $15 a month or something to be able to play at all times, which is kind of a bummer in my eyes. I would like to be able to have that game accessed after, but I see it as understandable. You got to kind of be there. You got to be their bitch. How about that? As well, this is also a gaming console store as well. You could purchase games from here. You go to here and you just purchase certain games, have them linked up to your account and sent back to your house, whatever you need. Let me see, this news button is pretty neat too. This is something that Origin or Steam both don't have. Sorry, or Steam has a news button, but it's mostly about games and when they're coming out and stuff like, or not when they're coming out. Well, it actually has when they're coming out. But what your games change and the updates and stuff like that. This is actually, they have like a magazine type of thing where they have journalists that write news articles and stuff like that. God, I can't fucking speak, man. Should have probably made sure I could do that before I made this video, right? Excuse me. Which is pretty neat though, because you'd think that EA, being the cash cow that they are, they'd be able to hire some fucking journalists to be able to write some cool bitchin' stories for us to read. I mean, I still like reading, for fuck's sake. And see, they make it look cool, they make it look flashy and stuff like that, and it's really ease of access as well. I don't really have anything too much against Gamefly. They have a pretty good service going on. Still, Steam's my favorite. Let's see what else we move on. Let's move on here. Like I said, the GameCube magazine, that's just one more feature that's really cool. I'm not sure how much they updated. I don't go on this enough to tell you, but pretty neat. That rental service, which is kind of cool, but when you're a sub, you're out, or when you're not a member, you're out. The unlimited play, the ability to purchase games to Steam, which is also badass. One thing that kind of sucks is it's not Steam. You don't really have a friends tab. You don't really have, like, you could follow people. I honestly can't remember even how I got there. Let me see. That's terrible. I can't even figure it out. So yeah, you can see you don't really have a friends tab. It's kind of not like Steam, how you can just see what your friends created and mods and stuff like that, and pictures and all that cool stuff. The friend service just isn't that great in my eyes, but everything else with Gamefly is great. That's why I say use Steam as your drive, make that like your main hub, and you just purchase games from Gamefly and Steam. I think this video has gone on long enough telling you about the differences between the three. I hope that helps you choose, and hope that y'all stay on Steam. More community members. Keep building your cool stuff, people. Live long and prosper. Thank you.